self-love. It's one's well-being and happiness. It's something that I was missing quite a lot. Since the start of my 3rd year of university, it's been literally a roller coaster of a ride. Highs and lows of emotions, so much stress, so much anger, so much confusion in every single little thing. And yes, I've been going to trips here and there with my friends and my family, but those also had its own stressful moments. And I'm not saying that nothing can never be stressful, because stress is always there, but it would be nice for me and the family to go somewhere fairly controlled, where stress levels are kept at a minimal, and just to spend quality time with them. So the journey going to Cornwall, it took us roughly about 4 to 5 hours. We also had a few pit stops here and there. So we're off for a little quick trip out of normal civilization and kind of just spending some quality time with the family. So we're halfway through the journey. It's a 4-hour drive going to where we're going, and the drive has been quite pleasant actually. The weather has held up. There are some light kind of showers and spells, but we're almost there. Well, we're 2 hours away, so we're actually at McDonald's. Well, because we just needed a little pit stop, you know, do our bodily fluids, we had to release all that, and now stay here for maybe another 10-20 minutes and then we're off again. But eventually we got to our little manor / hotel that we booked. This manor that we booked was, let's just say, to say the least, very posh and very proper. I walked in with joggers and a hoodie, and everyone was dressed smart, casual with blazers and everything, and I was just like, ooh, I feel rather underdressed. After a 4-hour journey, plus a little bit more, I think we're here. It's so fancy. I'm not gonna lie, this is one fancy manor. This is just we've come underdressed. But the first night we arrived there quite late, so there wasn't much daylight nor sunlight available. So right now, usually on the first day, whenever I get to places, I don't really want to do that much or do anything around the hotel or manor that we're staying at. That's because I want to save all that for the next day. We arrived here, what, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock, and as you can see right now, it's not that bright anymore. So imagine waking up tomorrow and seeing the amazingness that's literally surrounding you. But the thing is, I know for a fact that tomorrow it's gonna be raining the whole day. But I've had a little walk around the hotel / manor. I don't even really know how you describe it. It's really nice, really posh. The people, the staff are really nice. So I guess one of the main reasons why we wanted to take this break away from work and just everything that we have to go through is self-love. With our society today, for some reason it's all about hustle, being busy, making a lot of money and making it, but we're not giving enough time for ourselves and for time for our family and friends. And for me, I'm a very family, friend orientated person. I like to spend time with them, and I want to spend really good time with them, not just a catch up. I mean, a catch up is good, but kind of just getting away from everything, not thinking about work, emails, just kind of embracing just nature and just I don't know, this whole thing, the sunset over there is just, I needed it. And it's winter and the lack of sun is really affecting me. But another main reason why we did go to Cornwall and have kind of a week out was because it was my dad's birthday week. So on that night, we thought we would treat my dad to the local Indian, of course. We usually would never pick an Indian restaurant just because we favour different foods. But at that area that we stayed in, I think it was a village called Par, finding food in the evening was proving rather difficult for us. So we ended up going to this place, but it was good. The service was great. I think the place was called Eastern Paradise. Very good people. The owner was lovely. The food was amazing. That's a 5 out of 5 by me and my parents. So, for some information, this is your first time eating Indian food ever. What do you think?
The best?
Oh, is it now?
Oh, so far, this is the best Indian food I ever eat. First impressions last, you know.
Pretty good.
First impressions last. Everything. So after the Indian restaurant, we found our local Tesco's, we bought some snacks, we bought some drinks, and then we called it a night. So we end the day on the first day at a Tesco because, well, we gotta stock up. Day 2, and it's the big man's birthday. So today we're still in the manor, but the weather isn't that nice. It was a very slow start to the day. We were basically in our rooms the whole morning. We've been in our room for basically the whole morning, but we need to get some extra food. That doesn't look pretty whatsoever. So the plan is today, because the roads in Cornwall are fairly tight, we kind of need to make a decision if we go to the nearest one, or to the furthest shop. This is man, a crosswind is really bad.
What do you think, driver?
Well, the crosswind is really bad.
Okay, let's just go and assess.
Right.
There was basically a small dilemma because of how tight the roads were and the winds were picking up and the rain was pretty strong. It was either go to the nearest shop but didn't have all the things that we need, or go to the further shop but risk it and something might happen, but it has everything. We were kind of just like eyeballing it, and if we go on the road we'll see what happens. Eventually we picked Tesco's, the further one. But we got all the things that we needed, and straight after that we went to this kind of traditional, apparently it's fairly well known bakery / cafe. It's called Niles. There's a few locations within that southwest of Cornwall. The pastries, I would recommend. This is my very first time trying a proper Cornish pasty. Have you ever tried one before?
Yeah, but not from here.
So that's not a Cornish pasty then?
It is still a Cornish pasty, but not from Cornwall.
Rules wise, you can only call it a Cornish pasty.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Yeah. When we went here, that was a long time ago. Maybe several years, ages ago. Oh wow,
That's hot. You're right there.
Say something.
Why don't you do anything? Nothing?
He basically ate it too fast and it was still too hot. So obviously, to cap off that day, that evening, me and my dad played some pool. Obviously, because it was his birthday, I let him win. So it's around 4 o'clock. We've got a bit bored in the room, so we're gonna play some pool. I told you it was a lot better than me.
Oh, come on, man. Ooh.
Oh, okay. Oh, hello.
Okay. Well done.
And then later that evening, we didn't have any dinner yet, and we didn't really want to go out in that weather. But luckily, within that manor, they were doing like a burger and quiz night. I'm not gonna say no to a burger. My parents aren't gonna say no to a burger. We aren't that great with quizzes, but the burger.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not great with quizzes.
Was demolished, but now sticky pudding, a bit of your bakewell and your creme brulee. But after this one we have a quiz, and we've named ourselves, because we're in Cornwall, Cornish pasty. We're not that good with quizzes or just random knowledge, so at least we're gonna try.
Next on 23 points, we've got the Cornish Pasty Gang. Well done, the Cornish Pasty Gang.
Yeah! That's a oh, well.
And enjoy the rest of your stay, that's alright.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, we guessed a lot. Like maybe 60% of all of those things. It just shows if you're ever taking a test, it's better not leaving it blank, just guessing. That was also me in uni. No, I studied. I must add, we did alright in the quiz. We came 4th, but there were only 6 contestants. But weren't last. So day 3 of our little holiday, it started out so well when the sun finally came out. Day 3 of our little holiday, the sun is finally out. So this is literally the first day since we got here that the sun is actually out and there's some blue skies. And I stepped in a puddle. So day 3, we don't really have a plan, but because the weather is pretty good, we might visit some bays and maybe some piers. I also got a haircut today, and I've been filming all these monologues kind of split up in 3 days. So yeah, thought I'd just explain the different hair, I guess. But we were planning to go to a beach, and then as we were there, well, the weather just turned on us. The weather has failed us. So to find shelter, we went to this kind of little market, like a food stall kind of market, and there was a shop called The Range there. We didn't really need to go there, but for shelter, why not? So we came into The Range for some shelter. I've never been to a range because there's never a range in our local area. It's pretty good. Eventually, when we got back to our manor, the weather had a little bit of sun, so that meant I can fly my drone.
Juste une faille dans mon cœur attend pour la peinture au mur et les bambins cul nu.
And later that night, there was another event. It was jazz night, but we thought we would spend it on the other side of the bar where we can just talk as a family. So that was nice. So that was actually a successful drone flight. But now is the evening, we've had food. Apparently it's jazz night. So we didn't really fancy the jazz music or the jazz band, but we thought we would just spend it at this little bar. Just have a nice little night here. And that kind of wrapped it up for our holiday. The last 2 days we didn't really want to do anything. We did try and visit this cafe by a town or village called Foyes. Day 4 has been quite a lazy day. It's actually almost 2 o'clock and we're still at the hotel. But we're taking our time, taking it easy. I'm still so mesmerized every single time I walk past that lobby. It's just so fancy and just posh. It's really nice. That didn't really plan out too well because the roads, well, we tried to go there, but we had no place of parking, and the nearest parking was about maybe a mile away, and then it started to rain. So we thought, well, let's just go to another bigger town and eat the Cornish chicken because there is literally nowhere else to go to eat. I've noticed this is actually our last full night in this manor here. Just got back to our little trip. Well, we didn't really go anywhere, but our little drive. It's our last little night. It's been nice, this place actually. It's been very nice. I think the other people have checked out because there's not many other people here. But it's the 12th of December, so it's actually voting day.
To our viewers tonight, this has broadly been a Brexit election where the Tories have managed to create a hard leave vote.
Then obviously that Thursday, that whole day was also covered with the whole election thing, so we were up all night just watching that. And then we left on a Friday. And now we're back, and I'm not gonna lie, that was much needed. Just kind of a break of everyday life. The internet connection there was so slow. I rarely checked any of my social media, and any time that I was on my phone, it was just to reply to messages. If you guys ever need a break and a bit of self-love, please take it. You need to prioritize your mind, your mental and physical health. Because of our society these days, it's so easy being caught up, making sure that you hustle every single time. But there is a moment where you need to make time for yourself. You need to recharge, you need to recuperate, and then eventually you start making those gains, start making those progress. But first, put yourself ahead of anything else, and then success, wealth, and most importantly, love will follow on its way.